Hello, good morning, wonderful viewers. It's QTV this morning. I know you'll be like, I stole Julde's line. So we are back on another edition of QTV this morning. I am Ibrahima Soribalde. Yes, so on the program, I'm joined by Julde Njai. Who called her Julde Nji?
It's probably they were teasing when they called her Nji, because I always make this joke that in England you have lots of footballers who come from this part of the world, and they have names like Njai, but they never bother to ask them, how do you pronounce your name? And so they go around calling them Nji.
Nji.
There was Clinton Nji. I mean, it's Njai.
Yeah.
And the guy was there for 10 years. And they never once had the courtesy to say,
Excuse
excuse me,
me,
I've never heard this name before.
Yeah.
How do you pronounce it? It's a simple thing.
I
It's a
listen
two-syllable
to the
answer.
commentator, this AFCON.
Oh, please.
He
I want to
call-
switch off sometimes.
He called Abli.
Abli. He's Abli Jallo.
Abli Jallo
Abli Jallo of the Gambia.
of the Gambia.
Yeah.
You know?
So yeah, good morning, Mr.
Good,
Ade.
good morning. And good morning, viewers, as well.
Yeah.
It's always a pleasure to be here.
Yeah.
And you're looking resplendent
Thank you.
in
So as
your
you.
green
She's looking
and gold.
modest.
My word.
Thank
You look,
you.
look
Thank
very
you.
nice.
There are different types. Is this green? There are different types of green.
Are you colorblind?
It's green, but I'm saying green
Oh,
on that flag.
any color you choose, there are shades of
Yeah.
Black.
In fact, if you go to Cape Verde and you ask them about their skin color, they tell you that in this country we have 14 shades of brown. It's probably not true, but it's a kind of joke that they
The
made
light brown, the
about
fresh brown,
from
the chocolate
to
brown,
the dark brown.
the dark brown,
Exactly.
the smooth
Yeah.
brown.
So, but yeah, so any color you choose.
Man.
Like this orange, there are many shades of orange.
Yes. Julde, so what's up? What's going on?
I'm okay, Ibrahim. Alhamdulillah. Yesterday you were not around, and you know we felt it somehow. I'm not-
It's not the same when he's not here.
no, it's not
it
the
really
same.
Is not.
It's not.
You know.
It's not the same.
Look at my people.
Yeah.
You know, because
It-
you know
that's
who is
it.
going to be dropping those bombastic
It's
words
Words.
into the
He
program
keeps
when Ibrahim
inventing
Asori
words.
Balde is not here. Exactly.
When I asked him this morning, I said, Ade, what happened? Your body is tantalizing you? And he was like, you are putting me on the I don't know. On the
Exactly.
spot, or at task.
I said my body might be tantalizing other people, but it certainly is not tantalizing me.
My people.
Yeah.
So we will be doing the quote. And from the quote, then we look at the stories making headline. And of course, then we'll be looking at the wrestling competition.
Is that wrestling?
Wrestling.
It says wrestling. What does that mean? Do they mean wrestling?
Wrestling.
Okay, right, okay.
It is
W
pronounced
R
as
E.
wrestling.
I keep hearing people saying wrestling and rustling, but it's wrestling.
Wrestling.
Okay, so that's what we're talking
Our-
about. People.
Our oral English lady failed us during the school.
Big
during
time.
school days.
Big time. She's the same person who taught people to say
I can remember.
temporal when they mean temporary.
Temporary.
Yes,
We use-
she's the same woman. She's the guilty one.
My school days, they brought a radio deck in our class.
Right.
And they played the voice of our former minister, Nene Magdol Gay.
Okay.
She was like, enthusiast. Enthusiast. So we were listening to it as students, the whole class.
So they like a cassette
That's
player.
Yeah.
they
Oh,
play
right,
they
okay.
And
play
you
their
will mark
they-
the correct
Right.
one on
Right,
the piece
right.
of paper.
Oh, really?
It used
You
to
did
be-
oral English.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I
yes,
did.
yes, we
So
did as
we
well.
did that.
We did.
So-
But
That's
do
where
they
we
still, do
were
they still
taught.
do that? I can't believe when I hear people speak. I can't believe this.
I
No,
don't
no, 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 no. That's long gone.
Now
That's where
now,
you hear.
now they have removed the manual way of
Yeah,
education.
education.
Now you have the digital way of education.
yes.
It's very simple.
It's very
One
simple.
or two things your teacher asks, you Google it on your phone and you give him the answer.
This is it. I mean, sometimes I belong to certain WhatsApp groups, and I like to put questions in there. And I always say to them, please respect this group. Don't go on any search engine, Google or Bing or whatever. Try and find the answer from within.
You have to cogitate.
But many times people will say, I can't be bothered. I'm going to go on Google or whatever,
Yeah.
and I'll search it. You know, it's amazing how we just say Google it now when there are several search engines. But Google is so
Famous.
famous and it just so dominates the search that it's become a verb to Google something. You know, whilst it's a company and it's a search engine.
You know what surprised me?
Dominates the
I mean,
market.
that's why I said now the manual way of education is being dropped. Now we are going to digital. When I was at my kids' age, now I have seen my kids.
How old are they?
My boy is 15.
He's the eldest.
Yes.
Right, okay.
My second is 12.
Right. Okay. So when you were their age.
When I was their age, I think the level of understanding that they have now, I didn't have that in the beginning. Now you will see my kid reading something, you know, on the television and analyzing it.
Right.
And during that time, my age, I wasn't like that because there was no internet, there was nothing like Google, there was nothing like any other thing that I can go and search. But now, I mean, I do enjoy him sometimes. I mean, when we are sitting together, he will see a word and start analyzing it.
Yeah, I mean, for me, when I
Explaining.
go
And he reads, I mean, correctly.
Yeah, right, right. I mean, for me, when I go to the schools here, I've been disappointed mainly because, yes, they have all these tools, but I don't get the sense that they use them much. If I ask them a question, they might go on and find it, but you ask them general knowledge stuff. Like I went into a class and asked people, can you name all 54 countries of Africa? They couldn't get past 12. That's quite shocking.
So, Mr. 54 is too much. How can
I don't care. They should know them. You know, they should know them. Those were the kind of things that you should, if you have, because you have the tools to find it out. You know, like they said, it's not rocket science.
Absolutely.
But they're not using it for things like that. But if you ask them a question, they can go on and find it. But they don't, in their own time, go and search for interesting facts and so on about Africa, about their neighbors and so on. You ask them to name even the countries of ECOWAS. Because if they can only name 12, that means they can't even name the number of countries that are in ECOWAS. And that's quite disappointing. So yes, the tools are there, but I don't get the sense that they're using it for that. TikTok and
exactly.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I think that they are not guided as well because we believe that social media, it's there. I mean, you can search and then whatever you want, it's on the internet. You know, people are not making best use of it. And I think it's left to the parents and also the teachers and the guidance to help these students or kids, you know, to nurture them and then guide them through. Because the internet is so dangerous that if you don't help your children, you know, it becomes toxic.
Yeah.
Before you know it, you know, they become somebody else that you don't even know. So that is why it's there, but we have to guide them through.
I mean, I'm on various WhatsApp groups, and even adults who are my age, I'm busy telling them, just because you read something on the internet doesn't mean you have to believe it. And yet they do. You know, think, oh, I read this, and then they share it. And you think, did you even bother to check this? And like, you know, if they bother to check, it probably takes 1 minute to disprove what it is they've sent, and they told you, oh, this is a fact. And that's, you know, kind of laziness. Something drops into their inbox and they just forward it. Oh, look at this, it's shocking. It's, yeah. It's
Well, I don't do that. I don't forward messages. I only forward messages that are important, messages that are genuine, you know. But there are other messages that people forward. They don't make sense. Even if you send them to me.
Free visas, visa to US.
Or QCell is giving free data. I mean, it's too good to be true.
Scam.
No, WhatsApp is giving everybody on this thing so much credit. Just click on this website and you and of course there's a virus attached to it, you know, because people, we all love free stuff if we can get it. But some of the stuff, when somebody sends you that, go on a search engine, go to that company's page and see whether they are giving free. Because if it's such a big deal that they're giving millions of hundreds of millions,
there'll be huge promo.
There'll be a big promo on their webpage. If it's not there, then, you know, just disregard it. But people don't. They just forward it and then you say, oh,
absolutely.
You know,
So we'll take a look at the code. I mean, before we continue with the newspaper review.
Shall I read it?
Okay.
It's a lovely one.
We give you the honor.
Even the king needs to be taught. Even the king needs to be taught. And it says it's from Uganda. I hope it's from Uganda.
Uganda, Kampala.
Yes, the capital. You see, you know your capitals.
Yes, I know. When I was going to school, I can tell you almost at least 40 countries in Africa and their capital city.
You see?
Tanzania. Is it Dodoma? Tanzania?
See, this guy is showing off now.
Yes.
Okay.
You have...
He's showing off.
So Namibia. What about Zimbabwe?
Mr. Ade said, he said you're showing off.
Yes, I know.
But it's true.
I know most of them.
There you are.
When I was going to school. What?
Yes.
Zimbabwe used to be...
You said Harare. Is it all
Harare.
right? You're correct. You said Harare.
correct.
Yes.
But Julde, the proverb.
So yeah, even the king needs to be taught. I think it's not, you're not too old to learn. Even if you're in certain positions, I mean, you can always learn. For example, you know, Mr. Ade here will always not say, okay, I will not learn from my employees. You know, he always listens. So if you're in a certain position, does not mean that you are ahead of your subordinates or you know better than them.
Sure.
You know, you are not always too, you are not in a position to not to learn, or you are not too old to learn. So it's always good to listen to the younger ones. Maybe they have a different perspective. You know, maybe their perspective could be even better than your own perspective, even though you are older than them. So that is why it's always good to learn from people, learn from one another. You know, let position not deter you from learning from people. Let, you know, rank not deter you from, you know, learning from people. It's always learn, always go out of bound, always go out of your comfort zone to learn, you know, from different people. And don't underrate anybody, because the people that you underrate will be the people that you will be shocked to know that they know a lot more than even you do.
Well, this is it.
So that is why it's always good to.
There was an incident here in the office when I said something and one of the staff challenged me, and a manager called me aside. He said, oh, you know, why did you allow that? I said, because he had a point of view. I said, when I was growing up, I challenged my teachers. So I'm not going to say to my staff member, don't challenge me if you think what I've said or done is wrong. No, it's you know, I'm not God. You know, I'm not infallible. So I could make a decision or say something that's incorrect. And if you can disprove or argue your point, I'll listen to it. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You know, can't say, oh, because I'm your manager, I'm always right. No. So, you know, and I said, he said, oh, well, with me, I wouldn't accept that. I'm like, well, that's you. You know, but, you know, I mean, having been somebody who was always challenging those in authority, I can't now, because I'm
in
the manager,
and you don't want to be challenged.
I don't want to be challenged. That's wrong. I mean, challenge me if you think I'm talking nonsense.
Make sure if you are challenging me, challenge me with something
with facts. So Julia knows. There are how many times Julia and I have had discussions, stroke arguments about something that she wants to do. But I don't say stop, don't do it. I would say, okay, prove it to me that what you're trying to do or what you're trying to say is the correct thing. And that's the way it is.
It is said, he who knows and make himself he doesn't know is a fool. He who doesn't know and make himself he knows is a fool, big fool.
It's the bigger fool.
It's the bigger fool.
You have to accept.
The bigger fool.
You know, a person who doesn't accept to be taken through a lesson
and corrected.
At some point, the person will be doomed.
Yes, because you're just listening to your own advice, you know, and it's like they said that, you know, somebody who represents himself in court, you know, has a fool for a client, you know, a lawyer who represents him in court. So yeah, I mean, it's you're right. No matter how high you rise in a position of authority or whatever, there are people who've been there before or were there before you. Just because you're a king doesn't mean that you can't listen to words of advice, words of wisdom.
True.
But we get it a lot. You see it with ministers, presidents, and so on around Africa who they seemingly don't take anybody's advice.
Don't listen to anybody.
Because they think, now that I've reached this position, nobody can tell me anything. And people are scared to tell them anything, and so you have lots of yes men and yes women around them.
Absolutely.
And that could end up leading to disaster.
Yeah, so I think we are running out of time here.
Right.
We don't even have to take a break. We need to just go straight to the newspaper review.
And review them for us.
I don't know if you've dealt with the death of Malik Jones,
yesterday,
veteran broadcaster.
I don't want to embarrass him.
Yes, he was laid to rest yesterday.
I don't want to embarrass him by saying it was our lead story on our news yesterday.
Yes, I watched,
so yes, we have.
I watched the program, but I watched it at the dying minutes. I mean, I can say at the end of the program.
Yesterday.
Yes, and Mr. Mboj did a very good
piece
on him, and it was our lead story last night. And I only met him a few times. In fact, on one occasion, he had asked me to write an article for a publication that he was involved in, and he never used it, but nonetheless, I enjoyed writing it. And I think one of the things that people always talk about him is his voice. Had a very distinctive voice. had a great voice for a broadcaster.
I am Malik Jones.
You know,
Malik
yes.
Jones. I am Malik Jones here on GRTS.
Yeah.
Unmistakable
You know,
voice.
I like this one.
Yeah.
When I think 2016 election, he was analyzing on GRTS.
Right.
When Barrow emerged victorious, and he was like, I don't know where are the 300 voters. I mean, where are they now? What's happening to the APRC?
Has a way,
I still
yeah.
remember that.
Right, right.
You know, those are, you know, beautiful
So, yes,
days.
his death took people by surprise because our colleagues here at QTV met him on Friday at the MMA event, the tribe event at Q City.
You
He was
know-
there and he was being jovial and
Oh,
his usual
I-
jovial self.
I hope my wife is not watching the
So,
program.
yeah, she
You know,
is.
she said to me,
Yes,
I saw Malik Jones at the MMA.
He
I
was
told
there.
her, look, Malik wasn't there.
he was there. He was there.
She said to me, I saw Malik Jones. I
He-
said,
he-
look,
no, he was there. He was there.
Wow.
And so our own Malika Mohammed Jah said, yeah, you know, he was there. We laughed and joked, and he looked in good health. So when they heard that he had passed, it was quite a shock. It just shows you how fragile this thing called life is. We take things for granted sometimes. Yeah, it's
in fact, is tomorrow not promised? I mean,
tomorrow is
not,
promised to no
it's
one. It's promised to no one. So
that is what it is.
Yeah, but
That's
yes,
why.
But you're right. So we did give him a tribute, and it's worth talking about him because he had quite a career as well.
Yeah, you know, that will teach you certain things. It will teach you live the moment. I mean, if you live with Mr. Ade, make sure live peacefully.
Sure.
Live in a way that when you are no more or I'm no more, we would be able to remember
Sure.
the beautiful memories.
Sure.
Being it with your colleagues, your wife, your parents, your friends, your kids, the society.
The
Yeah.
society. I mean, I could not have put it better. And in fact, because of Malik Jones, myself and somebody else had that conversation this very morning. I went to buy breakfast, and the lady there, we got engaged, ended up chatting for about 15 minutes about exactly that sort of thing. Be at peace with people, don't hold grudges, and so on. And I said it's one of the reasons why when I hear people in the office say, I'm not talking to this person, I always say to them, you know, if you are a believer, you're a Muslim, you don't say, oh,
I don't
to
talk
use
this
to use
person.
Creole, and they keep this person malice. It's not nice. It's not good. And you know, God forbid anything happens to that person, because I've seen it when somebody has died, and then the colleague is, oh my God, I wish I'd been nicer to them. I wish I'd said. It's too late. You know, when you're here and you're now, there's no reason why you should not be speaking or
Yeah.
on convivial terms with
Yeah.
a colleague or family member.
I-
really,
I
no
have
matter
never.
what.
For me, I don't know. I cannot remember. I don't think I mean, I got someone that I don't talk to in this world. I talk to everybody. Even if you don't want to talk to me, I talk to you. We talk by force. Even we will fight. We will finish our fight and we talk. If you don't want to talk to me, I'll talk to you by force.
Yeah, I mean, she'll forgive me for saying this. I have a cousin who, for a long time, I tried to get her to speak to her father, and when he died, she wept
Yeah.
buckets of tears.
She will regret that.
It's too late.
It's too late.
Yeah. So
So, Julde, that is what it is.
it is what it is.
That
It is what it is.
So yes, so Malik is gone. But I said to somebody yesterday, I said, look at his career path. This is somebody who was once a club DJ, you know, and yet look at the heights that he rose to.
His level.
You know, at one time he was Director General of GRTS.
Deputy
So
Permanent
Director.
Secretary Deputy.
permanent yeah, so you know, many positions, and there is actually a LinkedIn page under his name, which has his whole career path from his club DJs right up to when he was permanent secretary, when he was director general of he took over from Lamin Manga at GRTS. I remember Lamin was my good friend, and I remember. So I had fond memories of him, and you know, may his soul rest in peace.
I mean,
Yes.
newspapers.
We still have stories. I mean, police save teenage girl from alleged trafficking.
Yes. Sadly, this is a case that we know about. So I don't want to delve too much into it, but apparently a 47-year-old man and a 17-year-old girl, and they were intercepted at the airport. And yeah, I gather 3 people have been arrested in connection with the attempt to traffic the young girl, and matters are proceeding. The girl was taken to Edward Francis Moore, where she was examined by a gynecologist and so on. So it's an ongoing matter, and we wait and see what happens.
True. I think...
Aside from that, I think I've been seeing lots of missing people now. Like it's becoming frequent.
Especially young boys.
Exactly, young boys and girls. Every now and then you hear people posting on social media or on media platforms saying that this person is missing and all of that. I think it's becoming rampant now.
Just to add on that, Baka Oman seeks help to find his missing wife.
You see?
Look, you know, I think, and you know, I say this all the time, when you have these things, you then have to say, is it that it's happening more, or is it that it's being brought to our attention more?
No.
They're not the same thing. Here at QTV, in the last month, there have been 2 instances when people walked in here and said a child is missing. One of them, by the time I had finished typing up the message to be read on the radio, because we never feature them on TV, to be read on the radio, a call came through. The child has been found and handed in at the police station. So sometimes you hear about the missing person, you don't hear about when they get found. Now, had we broadcast that message, we would have then updated the public to say, in fact, the child has now been found, because we always say to them, sex of the child, age, what clothes they were wearing the last time they saw them, what is their name, do they have any distinctive marks, and so on. So all these things. But so we've had a few of those over the years, and I can say for all the ones that have been reported to QTV since I've been here, the person has ended up being found. So and usually we will go on radio and say, stop looking, the person has been found. So I think also because of social media and WhatsApp and all these things get forwarded very quickly. So it looks as if there's a lot of them. It might be, I'm not saying it's not, but it might be just that because of the ease with which you can now circulate the fact that somebody is missing or presumed missing, you know, and I mean there was one instance when the boy who was missing, it turned out had tried to go on this so-called backway journey. And had in fact died, sadly. So yeah, it's,
so that's it. I mean, ECOWAS needs to show leadership. I mean, the Foroya is saying this. We keep saying this
how
all
did
the
they
time.
do it?
They need to take up responsibility. They need to be proactive.
Well, they tried.
We've had some countries threatening to leave.
No, they've left.
They've left already. So
Niger,
ECOWAS have
Burkina
already
Faso
proved that they've
Mali.
left. They've given a press release to show these people left ECOWAS.
You mean who's given? You mean ECOWAS have?
Yes, you
well,
know.
No, well, it's like I'm saying, I'm leaving this room right now. I don't need your permission, and that's what they've done. All 3 of them at the same time broadcast a message on their respective national TVs saying we have left ECOWAS, because we think ECOWAS is not working in the interest of its citizens. It's being manipulated by Western powers. And it was quite a strong statement. I mean, Niger, they went even further, because on Friday, they were meant to have a delegation from ECOWAS. The delegation said there was a problem with the plane. The people, the Nigerians, did not even hold back. They said, this is a lie. This shows you how deceitful ECOWAS. They were blunt. There was no diplomatic language involved in that. They said, we don't believe this faulty plane story. These people are just showing their lack of sort of willingness to engage with us. And then 2 days later, they announced, along with Mali and Burkina Faso, that they had left ECOWAS.
You know, I've seen this coming. When ECOWAS threatened to use power, and they didn't do anything about it.
It was never going to happen.
I mean, if we agree, to go and slaughter Korka, we need to go and slaughter him. Otherwise, Korka next time, he would be like, these people, they just
take you seriously.
You know, it's like the English have this saying that, you know, you say to somebody, stop, or else I will shout stop again. No, when you say stop, the or else should be something more drastic. than another stop.
Stop, absolutely.
Otherwise, you're not going to be taken seriously. So once you have gone to that level of saying we include the possible use of force, I thought that was a ridiculous statement of theirs to make, because it was never likely to happen. It was never, never
happen.
in a
Going to
million
happen,
years going to happen.
I mean, they
What were
always
you going to do?
peace.
Kill people to do what? To enforce who? You know, and even the people in those countries, even if they didn't want the junta, would have been against you coming to slaughter their soldiers.
Absolutely. I mean, if they had done that, what's the difference between them and the rebels?
And the junta,
And
quite.
the junta.
Yeah, quite.
Yeah.
So, you know, that was never going to happen. So those countries have said they've left. And ECOWAS keeps saying, oh, you know, we haven't formally sort of allowed them to leave. Well, they're not asking for your permission. You know, they've left. And as far as they're concerned, that's it.
Yeah.
And they've formed this, you know, coalition of Sahel states. And but it's, you know, they keep saying that we've done this to sort of fight the jihadist threat. Just yesterday, 21 people were killed in Niger by jihadist rebels. So it's not working, you know. And for all the fact that they have Wagner Group there, they're not proving particularly effective. They just go around posing with their fancy guns and fancy jeeps. But they're not really turning back the rebel tide at all. Jihadists are still, previous to the 21, 40 people were killed. So they're not really making a difference. And they had said that, amongst other things, that was one of the reasons why they staged a coup d'etat, to be more effective in fighting the jihadist threat. It's simply not happening in either, in any of the three countries where this is a serious problem. So, yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Yes, so are those whose properties are being demolished, you know, being compensated by the OIC?
Yeah, we keep hearing about the fact that people will be compensated, but no one we know has received compensation as yet. Certainly in terms of the ones who complained to us. People have asked us whether we do a story about it, but I think we need more details, more facts. You know, what are the details of your demolition? Who came and demolished it? What did they tell you? What notice did they give you? And were you told that you were going to be compensated? Because if it is found that you had built illegally, then why are you expecting compensation?
Absolutely.
You're not going to get compensation. But if you had built legally, and then your house was demolished, or your property, or the structure, or your shop, or whatever was demolished, then you are entitled to compensation. But people said, I should be compensated because, you know, they broke my house. Okay, fine. What are the deals? So it's becoming a pressing problem because, like we've just said, people are sharing these details on Facebook. I've seen it on WhatsApp. It's on social media. People are complaining, and now it's in the newspapers asking that. And so it's a very pertinent question. And perhaps what they need to do is the newspaper approach the authorities, as we will do, to say, you know, are you compensating people whose structures have been demolished? And if not, why not? Because the why not could be because it was built illegally. And if it was built illegally, then you're not entitled to compensation. So,
Yeah, so that is what it is.
yeah. Any more juicy stories?
Yeah,
We haven't even talked about AFCON yet.
AFCON yet. Yeah,
The
AFCON.
favourites, Morocco, are out, beaten by South Africa. And as myself and Troy were discussing this thing just earlier yesterday about the instances where the star player for a team ends up being the one who misses the penalty. We've seen instances when Sadio Mane missed a penalty, Mohamed Salah missed a penalty, Roberto Baggio for Italy in the World Cup final against Brazil in 1994 missed a penalty. And yesterday, Hakimi.
Hakimi, mommy's boy.
Hakimi blazed it onto the crossbar and over. The president of the, what's it?
They must have charmed him.
Stingy men.
They charmed him. I think these women are after Hakimi. They charmed him.
They must have charmed him because
very
he
good for
blasted
him.
it. He blasted it high and wide.
Maybe
it hit the crossbar.
Maybe
and
his
flew.
mom
They're
said
probably still looking for it
maybe
on
the
the
mom
move
said he didn't take permission from the mom to kick
before he
that goal.
took the
And
kick.
it came back, all like on social media, people
All
were really
making
mocking,
fun.
making
go
fun
ahead.
of him, mommy's boy.
Yeah, go ahead. He'll go and cry to his mother. So they were making all these jokes about him. So yeah. So for those who don't know, of course, there's the famous story that when his wife sued him.
But Mr. Adi,
all
I
the
don't
property was-
understand. I don't understand the relation between Gambia and Senegal. I don't really understand. Gambians are celebrating Senegal is out. There is a song that they remixed.
Yeah,
you know,
that is trending now.
you know, Senegal released that song before Gambia. Right? Gambia te marela, Gambia. So after Gambia remixed it, Senegal tog na ye. You know, so it's like
It's funny.
something
yeah.
is happening.
It's we've talked about it and we've joked about it. It's the kind of rivalry
I
between
don't
brothers,
understand.
sibling rivalry. I was quite shocked that I sat in the company of Gambians, and when Senegal lost, they were celebrating. Not a single one of them was sad to see Senegal go. So let's not pretend.
I was fulfilled.
So when I hear about all this nonsense about our brothers, it's rubbish.
No, when
It's
Senegal
rubbish.
was out,
Yes.
I was full. I mean, you know, my wife came in the and she was like, "Please, let's support Senegal. They are our neighbors." I said, "Look, they don't like us. They don't like. How can I support Senegal? I'm not support. I want Ivory Coast to beat Senegal."
Senegal.
Then
When
she
I-
turned and supported me on my.
and their justification is we are all coast, Ivory Coast,
And
the Smiling
Smiling
Coast.
Coast.
Yes.
We have the
maybe we
same
should change the
surname.
name. We should change the name of the country to Smiling Coast.
Smiling Coast.
I supported them because of the two coasts.
Yes.
Ivory Coast, Smiling Coast.
Yes.
Yeah.
And,
And you know, when Gambia was playing Cameroon, I'm told the whole of Ivory Coast was supporting Gambia.
yes, the Ivory Coast.
So I mean, it's fair to support them.
no, also because they feared Cameroon, because Cameroon, they're the kind of country who, if you allow them to go far into a tournament, they end up winning it. So they wanted to see Cameroon knocked out, and of course they supported. But yesterday they would. I saw the Burkina Faso Mali game. People were saying, "Oh, these Ivorians are supporting Burkina Faso." I said, no, they're probably all Burkinabe, because you just walk across the border and you're in Ivory Coast.
Ivory Coast.
And so it's easy for them to get there and to take part in the games. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, it's been an exciting AFCON, and I think the fact that Morocco have now been knocked out just shows you the fact that it's been an AFCON of shocks, surprises. Upsets, really, because we were discussing before we came on air that Morocco are ranked number 1 in Africa. South Africa are ranked 12 currently in the FIFA rankings for Africa. So on paper, it's a done deal. The number 1 should knock out the number 12. But as we keep saying, that football is not played on paper.
True.
And in a knockout, when it's the case you lose, you go home. It could be, Mr. Mboji even made a joke about, he made a joke about Senegal. He said they collected 9 points and now they're at the airport or something. So yeah, they won all their matches in the group stage, but they're going home just like we've.
Sadio Mane should enjoy his honeymoon.
I'm sure he will.
Mr.
Now he
Ade,
can.
you'll allow me to eject you from the studio.
Happy to be ejected.
So we are.
I have served my purpose.
We are going to do me versus me. You understand?
Indeed.
So I am releasing you now.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So
And
thank you very much for.
Thank you for taking off the cuff.
At least thank you very much for at least doing the newspaper review with us. Is it Thursday or Wednesday?
It's Wednesday.
According to the piece of paper I have here, it's Monday.
It's Monday.
The 31st.
It's Monday, the 31st of
Yeah.
of
So
January.
exactly. I mean, Mr. Ade, thank you.
It's,
for-
like I said, always a pleasure to
yes,
be here.
for,
and,
for joining us.
Yes,
Yes,
yes. Even when I have to pretend to be somebody else sometimes. Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for Bakari now.
Yeah, you're waiting for Bakari to give you the call. Yes.
Yeah.
Are we going for a break? Or
Yeah,
not?
I mean, we should proceed for some time.
Yeah, please. Yes.
Yes.
Let's chat, because
Okay, now, who do you think it's closer enough to win the AFCON this time?
I think because of all the pardon me.
Cape Verde.
Well, I would like to say Cape Verde, but Mauritania gave them a really tough game, which is credit to Mauritania, because I think they surprised many people. And I think why they surprised many people is that of all the teams that were still left in it, they probably had the most numbers of players who play at home. Almost all the other African countries have players who play outside of Africa. Mauritania have a lot of home-based players, and yet they put up a fantastic performance against Cape Verde, who, all of their players play abroad, as is the case with most of Gambia, most of Nigeria, Ivory Coast, and so on. Of the teams, Ivory Coast, I think because of home support and the fact that they've knocked out the favorites. The two favorites were Senegal and Morocco. They're both gone home now. I think Ivory Coast, with that home support, and if they repeat that performance, they might not be able to, but if they repeat that performance, they'll go very far and might even win it, which would be, so yeah, but Cape Verde, I would love for them. Wouldn't it be fantastic if one of the so-called small, unfancied, in fact the smallest nation there, if they won it, that would be unbelievable. And for a country that loves to party, they'll party till the next AFCON. Because that would be.
And it's a good name for Ivory Coast interim coach too. I saw him the other day. He was really coaching his team well.
Hermes Faye, he's been the under-20 coach. He's a former player. He's a very good player when he was, a player. And it was a surprise, because they sacked their coach when they still had an opportunity to progress. Brought Hermes, who is very respected by the players, and some of them he coached at under-20 level anyway, and so they know him and they respect him. But that game against Senegal, there were 13 Ivorians on the pitch, because the crowd, it was like having an extra 2 people. They just pushed that side on and on and on.
2 extra times.
Unbelievable.
And at the same time, it was very hard for them. It was very hard for them. So we'll take a short break. And Mr. Ade, until you come on our way again tomorrow, adieu.
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 And au revoir
Tata.
to the viewers.
Bye-bye.
Fixed internet plan. Get speeds from 10 Mbps to 100 Mbps. Your 5G-enabled device. Walk into QCell headquarters to get one of our 5G routers and experience the true feeling of 5G. Only with QCell. QCell brings you the future. Tech, innovation, incredible speed. The future is now. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyapus. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
QCell brings you the future with our ultimate bundles. Enjoy the best voice and data bundle plans in one package. Get unlimited data packages with flexible validity and enjoy what true internet feels like. Get 30 minutes of on-net and off-net calls with 5 gigabytes of data for just $350. Or get bigger bundle packages from 10 gigabytes to 20 gigabytes with over 100 on-net and off-net voice calls and enjoy the fastest internet speed in the Gambia. You can also buy 1-day, 3-day or even 7-day packages and enjoy unlimited data bundles with uncapped speeds. Just dial *343# today and experience the limitless capabilities of the QCell network. *343# should be your favorite code to dial now. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell. We innovate, others follow.
Step into the Espas Motors showroom for your luxurious name brand vehicle. Located along the Bertil Harding Highway, Espas Motors is the Gambia's authorized dealer for Chery, Kia, Ford, and now we bring you the new Peugeot model 3008 SUV. 18-inch alloy wheels, 216 inches high ground clearance, keyless entry system, start and stop button, rear parking assistance system, reverse camera, adaptive cruise control with speed limit, LED daytime running lights, front and side airbags, 8-inch HD touchscreen. Not to forget our exquisite Peugeot Landtrek double cabin pickup with 2.1-liter diesel engine, 6-speed manual transmission 4x4, hill descent control, LED daytime running lights. Espas Motors, the authorized dealer for Peugeot. Visit us today or call us on 35-2222 or 353-4444.
Looking for the perfect place to promote your product or place your advert? Look no further than QTV. We are the premier destination for businesses looking to connect with Gambian audiences and beyond. At QTV, we offer a variety of advertising solutions to suit your needs and budget. With our diverse range of programming, you can be sure that your art will reach a broad and engaged audience. From our popular news broadcast to our exciting music and entertainment programming, QTV has something for everyone. QTV, the premier destination for advertising in the Gambia. Contact us today and let us help you reach your audience. This is QTV This Morning. Now to the entertainment segment of the program, Julie. And we don't need to even introduce him because he introduced himself. He said, they know my name. But I'll allow Churchill Balde to do that. Man, all black today.
Wow, I'm going to because
wow.
We got my man, my brother, Scopy. This is family.
No other. My brother, no other.
This is family right here. Come, Gary, you understand, sir.
Yeah, bro. I swear down. We came way back. Me and this guy, we came way from primary school, from nothing, you know. I remember I used to go to your house, then down to school, them society, ni
You
chilfa, nekasi machine, bi kena, dohantu, you know. So Churchill has been by my side from way back, you know. So my brother, I'm always good seeing you.
More than smaller support, nga yeko is all the same. Smaller
Yeah,
support,
them
smaller
cover
support. Smaller support, I still have to do. I owe that to you, bro.
True. No, you don't even owe it to me. It's a fact. You have to.
Yeah, it's
you
my
have
thing.
To.
This is my
you
thing.
have to.
Wow,
Yeah,
this is my
bro.
thing.
But I appreciate you, bro. 100. I swear down. But
The energy
this
is up
guy
there.
is family. It's family. Yeah, man.
Nice. So come Gambia, Hamden is going down February 10.
Yeah.
I come the Nyonjika Watan Johnny B.
Yeah.
That led towards that February 10. Understand? I guess you've represented the country, you've represented Africa.
Yeah.
See summer Jam Fest. Understand? So let's think Dory Fufunu. Understand what I mean? Bo feeling, bo how many you were going to perform, say that kind of platform, that major platform. How did you feel? And nakala connection bo
Well, Summer Jambi, first of all, experience was massive, you know, because Jange Nasi Lubari and Meet Nasi Hamne, you know, I used to see them on TV, and Ramadan before, I used to look up to them like, oh shit, these people are really doing good, you know,
Right.
from Popcorn, did them to Soof, you know. Well, connection became through Gambian brothers, you know, Hamne, I'm the kind of legal guy, you know, so Momoron Jema explainer guy, poor guy, future Gambian this time, you know, because since Rebellion, Boomfanyewe, they have not, you know, had anything to do with a Gambian musician. So you try, but it was a little bit shaky. But after Nyom Sen Bopa, guiding them on the latte Gambians, because Gambian, yeah, they gonna face Summer Jam, from what I heard. So Bunlate guy, everybody was just saying they want me to, you know, so that's how they came back to our proposal that, you know, now they wanna officially bring me on the main stage, which was, you know, very good news for me. And I didn't see it as I'm just them for put performance. I was seeing it as I'm going there to perform for the Gambia, because anything I do there, it's going to be Gambia. If it's bad, it's going to be Gambia. So it was a very heavy load for me, and a very good feeling as well.
And at some point, I no one and I'm performance anxiety. Understand well, because it's your first time to kind of platform. Although you're a stage killer, but this is your first time to that kind of a platform. So I feel low on that pressure.
I felt like that just before my musical stage. I'm like, damn, bro. I'm not open door before. They don't know me like that, you know. It's a mix. I'm not your hand, you know. I'm gonna, but then you have to do this, boy. Go on that stage and do what you have to do, you know.
Thing.
Yeah. So after a little more, my help. Then the moment I walk in, small guy, you jump my band, you hang a Gambian say like ambiance for food, like father.
But when the music is good, understand what I mean?
Yeah.
When the music is good, everybody's gonna vibe to it, obviously.
For sure.
Yeah.
For
So
sure.
we have that video. Come, let's just take a little bit of the Summer Fest video, and we'll be right back, because video bobo it's something that inspires me. Understand? I see my brother, see that kind of a platform. Understand? I'm pushing the thing.
For sure.
So and they are Gambians, so they are aspiring to be like you. Understand? So let's just show them this video, and we'll be right back.
For sure, bro.
Let's get it. It's your man Scorpion, all the way from Gambia, West Africa. I can see my Gambia people in the front right now. Make some noise! Somebody say! Scorpion. Say! Scorpion. I see you guys. Let's go together. Scorpion. Oh, got that old city. Scorpion. Say! Oh, got that old place now. Scorpion. Say! Who runs that road? Scorpion. Who runs that road? Scorpion. Who got that old city now? Scorpion. Say! Who got that old place now? Scorpion. I say, who runs that road? Scorpion. Say, who runs that road?
I'm looking forward to seeing you next time at Summer Jam. Until then, love Gambia.
Wow. It's more like that. Like,
So how do you feel, understand, looking at yourself, achieve this kind of, or make this sort of achievement? This is big for Gambia. We ought to celebrate this.
yeah. First of all, right now I'm watching this video. It's giving me goosebumps. It's not, you know what I mean. That's what I get from it. And most importantly, my main reason being there was to build that bridge and that connection between us and them, because Summer Jam is a very big platform. And man, I kennen from here, Monta Mudem, you know, try locam, you know, and it's different people from different parts of the world. You know, it's not a small festival, so we want to build that connection. Every year or anytime, so much more happen since Gambians consider having a Gambian musician to come, you know, represent the flag.
No, your mom, you are like an ambassador of this brand, this Decca, because love for definitely, I'm sure they will start recruiting artists from the Gambia because them and then as usual.
Gambia they produce.
You know?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, so you're winning a little, so I'm sure they will be bringing more artists from this country.
For sure,
Every time during this course, I mean, you're not defining a tour, my brother, this guy.
We had 20 shows locked down, 20 cities locked down.
Bro, no, Lee is big, bro. Come, understand what I mean? So it's mad. Understand what I mean? Seeing you in all these platforms, understand touring all over Europe. How was that experience?
Well, Toby was nice too, was fun, but so no nare every day I'm up like by 6 o'clock in the morning. I have to get off the bed. After small body clock beside of them be change because you know I'm gonna feel, you know, we wake up like kings. So work being there was too much of busyness, too much of network, too much of studio sessions, you know, rehearsals. Experience was mad. I've got to do a song with some Gambian brothers that's featured in the Deluxe Monica. Oh my God, you know, they are Gambian Norwegians, but they're big there. They have a very good following there and a fan base, you know. And I also did song with few other artists, but not released. But tour life, it was crazy. I've been to a lot of new cities. Tam yo hamne demo fa. Small tour bini mom la wahne is a tour.
Yeah, this is something that has.
This is the actual tour. This is the actual. Man, Musmo, ever since I've started the tours, I just do few cities, maybe 4 or 5 shows when you're out. But this time around, you know, I'm a plan on actually reach out to because I'm not plus you, but if you have the demo over and I've been getting, you know, demand from them.
So, out of all these places that you went, where was the energy felt most? And where is your favorite place to perform?
Stuttgart.
And
Amsterdam and I mean, bro, I can't even rate them, but I think I'll go in for Stuttgart because for that was my last show.
Okay. And it has Gambians, a lot of Gambians.
Yeah, it was a big sold out. Like the capacity of the club was the biggest for now in the indoors. Okay. You know, and it was packed up and down, both so Stuttgart is always fun, you know. I love Stuttgart. And Stockholm too was crazy. You know, at this time Stockholm people were, you know, massive outside. And I'm sending my love to everyone, my diaspora people. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for supporting and buying my tickets. I hope we can do it over and over again. And for another, yeah, man. Hey, my brother.
And then Me Versus Me, the album.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. Come, Lamo inspired the names of Me Versus Me first.
Well, it's my life. My life is like my life has been a Me Versus Me ever since because I've never seen anyone or a single person as a competitor. I was all throughout from child Billy, I've been trying to make myself a better person, you know, like I always say this in the interviews, I want to be a better person. I want to be a better person to the nation, to my daughter, to my fans. I want to be a better musician. I want to be a better boyfriend. I want to be the best in everything, better myself, you know. I don't see anyone as this, you know what I mean? So my life has been a Me Versus Me.
But even though you call yourself the #1.
Yes, hairbeat up there, buddy, but I'm still facing myself in the mirror, and you can do it no matter even if the whole world say you can't do it, boy, you can do it. You know, I have that belief in myself, and yeah.
What's your favorite song from the Me Versus Me album? And why is it your favorite?
Addicted, because I'm addicted to my woman. You know? Oh my gosh, Addicted, I love Addicted. Okay. You smiling, you like to hear, no. Present the part, because you know, I barely talk about Korga, young Madiga. I'm addicted.
And send our shout-outs to the madam. Send shout-outs
big
to
shout-outs, baby, big shout-outs. Baby. I'm not gonna say normally close to the oh man, but Addicted, I love that song. It's calm and you know, it has so many nice melodies that I love. You know, I'm a melody man la. Yenen songs, don't get me wrong, I love them, but Addicted, I can listen to it.
Wow, this is the jam, this is the vibe.
I can sleep with it, I can wake up with it, you know, and it reminds me of a lot of good times. Yeah.
And album so far, how have people received it so far?
What
are the numbers?
I'm shocked right now. Deluxe the deluxe is at 2 million. The main Me vs. Me album is at 4 million on Audiomack. I've not checked on iTunes, but because I'm an Audiomack person, I get more on my Audiomack to see how many numbers we got. But right now we have surpassed like over 2 million on both, 2 million plus. The other one is at 4. The album, people loved it. I myself, I was shocked because when I was putting out the music, I was a little bit on pressure. Fans were texting here and there, commenting, both negative and good. You need to drop something. Oh, what's wrong? So when I was putting out the first version of the album was that time. So the deluxe was when I came back from tour and I was free. I was just home. So I decided to just get busy and I got all those songs.
And
so
this is your first time actually coming up with the deluxe, or it has happened before? Is this your first time?
No, it's my first time.
It's your first time. So why did you feel the need to do it now?
Because I felt the album wasn't just enough.
Okay.
And I wanted to wrap up last year with, at least how I planned it. Because my body was hot. So I felt like now I need to keep giving them. So we planned, I told my guys, I need to fix up this deluxe and add some songs there that I like, recent songs, and put it out.
And Sibir Deluxe yang release balance buya.
Yeah.
Understand? So we'll take a look of the balance video because he has something planned right now. Understand? I'm not a surprise, but balance surprise video.
Let's go! Surprise! Stay tuned.
Let's take a look at this balance and we'll be right back.
Wait.
Sega on the track.
Everybody get story, everybody get problem. Anything my eyes don't see. Now I'm like a hungry lion. I say many people get money, many people get nothing. Many people dey for streets, many people dey for bed. Oh no. Balance, you life my balance, you life my balance. The rich getting richer, the poor get poorer, you life my balance. You life my balance, you life my balance, you life my balance. The rich getting richer, the poor get poorer, you life my balance.
You love my balance, you love my balance, you love my balance. Come on, Ninja guy.
No, you ain't girl, then moon.
February 10th. Sai for my Iziko State. Bro, I didn't know you're this good, You got moves, you got moves, you got moves. But now, I believe you got moves too, bro. Confirm. Lerna nani? Lerna.
They didn't know this about me though, but man is a good dancer, innit?
I remember we used to go every time we had inter-house parties.
Yeah.
But time we were hungry is just to.
And one thing you don't know about him, he's a good baller too.
Him? I told him before we came here behind the cameras. I was like, bro, you know, why are you not still playing football? Because I remember, ñun time boobu noonu si school bi, they were the big boys because he was very good in football. So ñoom teacher yi dañ leen yaakaaroon trop because duñ dee bëgg sa guy upset.
I know.
You know what I mean? So ñun we were not considered like that in school. We were like small boys that will just watch them play every time, you know. So he was a very good baller.
You're not big boys in school.
For real.
Yeah, everybody knew us. So you play football, when you're good in it.
Wow.
The whole school then like they wanna have.
Yeah, so King's school. So
why lose na skills sami?
But no, after me versus me, then you am game QTV.
Wow, so now you work on February 10.
Wow, February 10. But bala February 10 misa. This balance video, bro.
Yeah.
Come fala idea in new way and how have people received it so far?
Nobody they say they send bopa. That's one comment I get from people like this song from the album. This is the song because this song talks for me.
True.
You know, and actually non la fane kadi deme right now aduna be dara balance you know dara balance so we heli so people love the video. I appreciate that, and I'm sending love to FA. Momo come up with the whole idea of the video. Yeah, FA Super Graphics. We want to game be for some time recently. Sometime back 2000.
Back in the days.
More modern shooter guy artist magi. So I'm time bo hamna fa gena
break.
Them Nigeria. So boom nye muna money, you know. He wants to get back into the scene, but I'm job. He didn't even charge me whole price for the video. I'm gonna be honest.
Wow.
You know, muna money just to prove myself. I wanna show you what I can do now. So you put this up together and it became nice. And people like it for real. You know?
Jizzle, understand? Jizzle being one of the best in the game, no doubt. Understand? We give people their flowers. How do you respond or react to criticism? Because despite the fact that you're good at what you do, but still, nekut kuneka mola appreciate. Come lo de ware. Nekut kuneka mola appreciate. People will still come up with negative comments. How do you deal with that?
Nekut negative comment bu nekala de jël.
Personal.
Negative, and personal, because some that they got some that they see muna jange tamit. Man, I use negative comments more to sharpen up myself and better myself. Like I said, the me versus me surrounds all these things. That. You know, it talks about my growth, my life, my love life, and things that are happening in my life. So basically, it's just that. Yeah.
Nice. So I'm not even gonna die. You say pocket right now. Mabala you not introduce Lulu.
Well, I'm about to release another music video featuring various artists. You know, we are engaged nice in the music industry, and I felt that I should add them on the song because I kind of felt your presence and your song. So my garden of my all and kuneka mudem studio we dropped thing. It wasn't stressful. Everybody was nice and everybody did their thing how I wanted it, and so the music video is going to be played for the first time. I've not even watched it. Like, that's the beautiful side of it.
You know?
Just snippet last in the So we're going to watch this together, and I hope you love it. Boom. Let's get it.
I wanna get rich for buy a big house in Miami. If a chica come my way, you know I will do anything for the money. I wanna get rich before I turn 30. Buy a big house in Miami. If a chica come my way, you know I will do anything for the money. I wanna get rich, go the bago. Then they book a Molsino, and I sell it hit. Kiliano, and the suit on them, book a casino. Yeah, money every day. Book a some money every day. Nabi Jaka Kole every day. Nabi Jaka Sunday every day. Sunday every day. Hey, man, I'm Magazilla. Malenke na top, mama will Godzilla. Natinki tanka jangan mili kemeta get a wife for her house in the last Tavanina. I am by my name of my Ferrari. I wanna be a man son from my body. Wanna get paid every day. I'm booked up like a Russian
fuck my take it, best when the ball. Plenty cash, next city and do begin them all. See, I ain't joking, I could get 50 the wall of Paul. But can last it, take in an option, do my most of money making. Who wanna make millions on a daily? The girls come around with the shaking.
the price, still I'm not hesitating. I wanna get rich before I turn 30. Buy a big house in Miami. But if a jigger come my way, you know I will do anything for the money. I wanna get rich before I turn 30. Buy a big house in Miami. If a jigger come my way, no, I will do anything for the money.
Cause in Botada, man, you let it be down. Tryna make the money, now we Lucifer. Lungo me rock blessings all afar. I know they see the picture, they want black me out. So I would do anything for the money. For my mommy, for my daddy, and my homies. Tryna better my life every day. But still, this motherfuckers, I'm tryna home. Me, I wanna get rich. Buy a house and I be my billions. So my mind only cash, man, I feel. Go my body legit. Wanna read with the team, food of all is done with this. We in the streets, tapping like a chapo. You see my chips, say do we love it, I know. I sweat all of the sassy, nigga, for you follow all correct.
I wanna get rich before I turn 30. Buy a big house in Miami. If a jigger come my way, you know I will do anything for the money. I wanna get rich before I turn 30. Buy a big house in Miami. If a jigger come my way, you know I will do anything for the money.
I wanna get the money plenty. Private jet fly overseas. Buckle up in a Bentley. I wanna chop life with Almighty. Just wanna put money to my like up my value. If you think me all about you, then you must be mine. No, no, go hard is to my day, must understand. Never more go, I'm never
I far away. Near my light go, pull the blue my zone. So they're betting up on the fight, I'm here. Putting your mind on. Nigga, man, my lentalo, put the hell is second no job now. Man, I'm in up down. So the Bahamas, I drop it, boy, man, I turn your fast. Yeah, gonna go out, I can know your mind. Send you, you can turn into a superstar.
Millions more times, my pride and duty. And about that time, I love what the money flow. Follow the moody.
I wanna get rich before I turn 30. Buy a big house in Miami. If a jigger come my way, you know I will do anything for the money. I wanna get rich before I turn 30. Buy a big house in Miami. If a jigger come my way, you know I will do anything for the money.
Oh, let's take a wait. Photo symbol on a highway. Enemy supreme, you can heal. Bad boy, I'm moving a side. Make a cut a life like fake. So many things when I want fake. Book she like little lady home fake. Bad man, I'm moving a side.
Boxer sa boxer nen munga.
We haven't found in the studio.
Why this will fair with that?
Fair with that.
Man gisuma fi ben jigen lalla ana jigen yi.
Jigéen bi dafa tu waaw.
Dafa góore trop.
waaw dafa góore mun noonu laa ko bëgg a waxee waaye tamit xam nga yëfi musique dafa lifin waaye dinaa create space for jigéen next time for sure.
wala ñu def boo xamante ne it's just the female version.
Inshallah te gars yi ñu ngi fi de ñoom Sophia ñoom Miss Jobis. Non te
ñu ngi try ñoom Our Gambia.
Yeah, they are.
Our Gambia is
really
lovely. Miss Jobis, Cess, all of them. You know, support bi rek. They leen support jigéen yi tamit. Support leen suñu jigéen yi comme noonu la ñu dee supporté. They also need it. They're good. Support. Yeah. So Miss Jobis is having an event soon.
Well, mom said we want to on this platform you discuss about that event.
Sure,
so come knock over we'll push. But Balanyo wa if Miss Jobis, this video, bro, the concept, understand you bringing artists from all walks of life under you, understand what MCB the way being.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
I just feel it's only right. You know, putting you unite, new def affair, come you def nice, man, I'm gonna enjoy. I enjoy when I'm around all of us like this, you chill, or you get activity, or even in the studio. It's only right. This is how we should work. You know, sometimes you def to need that. If not groups, few live in need just to bless the culture. I think it will set example for new tamit gisne come. You know what I mean? So that's the beauty part of this whole setup. I'm a going community under the same umbrella. The feeling, you know, it's good.
And you don't select all these artists. Is it recommendations from people or you don't talking it? No, I feel the key fits here. Key fits filling the
yeah. I myself, man, I reach out to guy.
Okay.
You know, I'm the new stylish. Mom la don't live. Mom la call. I need this sets of artists. If you are having because I don't have, at that time, I won't know send contact, but
Okay.
most of them I had them on Instagram, but I wanted direct.
Direct
So when I
contact.
stylish promo had my guy, then whosoever can come to the studio and do the verse, and no doubt, ñëpp def nañ seen lifin bi after ñu def selection bi heard the whole side after ñu arrange yëpp maa moom ñu toog seet kan mooy ñëw nii fix everything and it came
So everything
nice.
was easy. Come like it was like ñoom seen bopp sax they wanted this.
Like video bi tamit phone calls they came.
Top
They're my brothers, man. Ñii suma brother lañ, you know, they really supported and they really did their thing, pushing it, you know, and making it happen, you know. So love to them.
Nekk ni suñu time bëreetul noonu sax. Now let's go straight to the concert.
Yes.
Concert bi door na fii sax dara xewagut.
Fecha yi.
I wish they were seeing ñun luñ doon def fii nii.
I swear to God.
No, February 10, no. Wo stage o mba teelale. Anga ngaay ne man dégg ma sose. Dégg ngeen lii ma yàlla ka sose bu set.
Aba faralale. Aba faralale. Aba teelale touch. February 10, bro. It's all about February 10 right now. February 10 right now. If you open my heart, you see February 10 there. It's all about February 10. Heart, blood, sweat, everything into the show. You know, Q City la. Tickets are just reasonable as hell. 500 before, 700 at the gate, and VIP people is samasi yak auntie yak uncle nyom VIP la len nek the picture right now. No len toge ni snacks yange daw
the funny thing about me is that most of these concerts the am VIP pass, but I prefer madam see regular nit ñi fi nek. Man fofu la ko dey enjoy. Dama té suma VIP. Madam
gisul man suma demé VIP su tangé la ma dem de.
No VIP bi sax.
VIP
dañ ko def mu am space in a way hanga arrange settings yi dañ different. Ñun nak suñ setting bi bes bobu nonu we're going to make sure the VIP you are in your salle. Comme yaa ngi toog sa palo di chill, you're just watching TV and dancing. We want to make it comfortable for the VIP section. So even if you have your VIP pass, bro, come and stand there. You'll have space from here to here to do leg work and you know. So Uncle Bo mungi cool. VIP, you're gonna feel like VIP, VVIP. For sure.
So performance. Yeah. What are we expecting? Live band performance?
Well, we're gonna have 3 different segments. We're gonna have a live band segment. We're gonna have a semi-live. I'm gonna do semi-live, live band, and I'm gonna do a little bit of playback or 50%.
So it's like you're giving us taste of everything.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long night. It's gonna be a very long night, you know, because
we don't care. Let's spend the whole night there.
Let's spend the whole night there.
Let's do it.
Bring 8 o'clock first for Monday.
When is the gate open?
The gate opens at 8. Tell the people in Q City that please, let me go till morning. Best subala. Allow me. Let me satisfy my fans. Allow me. Let me give it to them. Like, I know, but it's understandable, you know. So performance B, I'm planning on giving them a mind-blowing performance. You know, unforgettable event. Because we're gonna new fan new yep new be akdara. Not just nahar, you know.
Lena la mom, Lena branyo dem. Attack ñono fi mu ne mom kese. Mom kena kese mo dama bunta Q City. Yo loy plan pour def Q City. Yo. Attack mu ne mom kese mo dama bunta Q City.
QCell
do ST, do Wally Seka, do Youssou Ndour, non la ko way, do Davido, do Movado. Mom kese mo dama bunta Q City. Yo loy plan pour def.
February 10. Yàlla rek a xam ñëw leen ngeen fekkee
mag la kii
di ngeen fekkee di ngeen ko gis.
So we're out of time now.
Well, anyway, so your final words.
Yes, quickly.
You wrap it up for today.
I love you, Gambia. Gis naa seen support bi yëg naa ko. Big shout outs to our main sponsors, QCell, for coming on board. I'm happy to have you guys. The family is nice. Everybody's nice. Big shout outs to Korka, my brother. You know, luma am pour wax na dafa daw. Bés bi February 10 la. One way. Q City. I'm going to be there. I'm going to bring various artists on stage with me. You're going to be having fun.
Dogomale. Are we expecting an international artist?
At the moment, no.
Okay.
It's more like just the
Gambian.
album. But
we're keeping it Gambian.
Yeah,
but surprise Munam.
Surprise.
You never know.
I'm full of surprises. I'm working on something like that, but it's not going to be a big surprise. Okay. But for now, see you when I see you. The tickets are out. Everywhere, check on my socials. You'll see mangi def number your hand dingamuna amsa tickets see all over Gambia, you know. Grab your tickets, madenchako, get ready, wear your dancing shoes. Bul isilubarisa, just your ticket. Leave your phone home. You don't need none of that. come, let's have fun.
Let's have fun.
Thank you so much, QCell. Thank you, my brother,
Family.
for having me.
Family.
Uncle, auntie, manglena jajib buba. Jerejef.
See you on the 10th.
The morning is masuma morning nehna.
Wow,
on the
respect.
10th.
On
See
the
you
10th.
on the 10th.
Inshallah.
My sign out is just on the 10th
On the
February. Me versus B. Touch.
Yeah, so, well, I mean, it's all happening on the 10th. Me versus me, Q City, 8 o'clock, Julde. Fofula Nyoneka. So, wow, dinañ fa nekka. All right, viewers, this is all we have for you until we come you again tomorrow. Do have a wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of our programs. Bye.